Hey everybody, Benito here with
John Larson, hello.
Alright, and we're back for Encounter 2 for our Malifaux series with the new starter set rules that was provided by Weird. So we are going to be doing recreation, so apparently the Blood Wretches, 2 of them now, are running amongst the asylum, so to speak, and your orderlies are going to try to put them away, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the aspect. If you're not really sure kind of what's going on, we did do the first one, which went over attacks. We kind of kept things simple with what the attacking thing was. We just kind of checked on some things about cheat and fate with why we had our hand in the first place, but we just had to play kind of war, I guess, with it. So just for a little bit of explanation on that part of that. We're going to get a little bit more elaborate here because the idea for the rule scenario is to put one model down, but we'll use the hand now definitely to cheat fate to try to get that situation more happening. Depending on how fast that happens, we may go a little longer as an option of putting down any more models, or we'll just keep it simple. Because this is a tutorial game, we don't really need to get too elaborate or try to make a big winner thing. It's just kind of explain how things kind of go from that.
And maybe learn a thing or two.
That's the whole big point that we're trying to do here. So the biggest thing about this scenario, for I should say this encounter, is that we have now, we no longer have one model, and they're no longer 1 inch apart. So we get to find out about how action points are going to basically be used.
Right.
So every model has 2. There's something they have, basically they can move, which doesn't actually say in any stat card they have, but it is their WK, which is the walk. There is a charge one, but we're not going to deal with that right now. We're just going to kind of deal with the walk action.
Sure.
There are a couple of other little action things that they could possibly do, which like they can do emergency surgery for your guys,
Sure.
which will be nice to heal your guys as you're taking damage, and medical instruments, which is the attacks and stuff that we're basically doing. And I'll check the Blood Wretches for that. But again, we are here at the complex, so there's some little background kind of noise to that, but the idea is that it's something that the complex wants to get done. I have played the first edition of Malifaux. I'm learning to get more into it, and we're doing more with Spectre Studios. John is definitely has played a little bit himself and really getting into it, so we're definitely here if you're interested in these in the area of Maine who want to come to the complex and play us. You just need to kind of look us up, and we'll play a game. But we're also giving you this educational video to learn, so we don't have to go through everything when you kind of show up. So we'll get you directed over here, and you can definitely check that out. But again, we're going to go over the action points. So as we're going to do that, we'll explain kind of what's going on with that. Our little area that we're using is a very simple one. It is basically 18 inches by 18 inches, which is pretty small. But that is
Very
not
precisely measured.
But that is not standard Malifaux. Again, this is just to make it so 2 models are running around forever, taking the places. And that's about it. So, anything else you want to add to what we're doing?
No, I think we're good. Let's
All right, let's get
have some blood red.
I don't know about that. Let's figure it out. All right, so we're going to have our little thing set up. We're going to be getting into our Encounter 2. Blood Wretches versus Orderly. Round 2. Fight! All right, so we are already pretty much, this is our distance here. And we get to set up 6 inches away. All right, so I get to place anywhere within 6 inches. Was this 6 inches?
Yes, that should be the 6 inch mark.
All right, so I guess they'll go together. Now we'll separate. We'll go one around the mountain, one right here. All right, so I had to set up first. Move them up a little bit more because I'm excited about blood. All right, then you get to set up yours within 6 inches.
All right. Strength and unity. Let's go.
Strength and unity. Doctor's orders, stay together. All right, now we got our 6 cards. We already drew them early, so one because I have one hand on the camera. All right, and now we will draw for flip.
All right.
So I'm gonna get an 11.
I will get a 1.
All right.
So you get to decide.
So I'm going to let you go first this time.
I can go first.
Yeah, because I don't have any guns.
Well, neither do I, so it'll be
Exactly.
okay. So now this works. We got. I do one model. You do one model.
Correct. That's the way things will work now. So you get to choose which one.
I think I'll start with this guy on the left here, and his walk is 6 inches.
Okay. Now you don't have, models don't have to go up to the full value of
Right.
the walk. They get to choose how far they want to go.
Put me quite within melee range there.
No, close.
Close, but not quite.
If I had gone a little bit more, you
Right.
could have definitely surgically instrumented me.
Indeed. So, well placed in on yours. We'll get rid of
Okay,
there.
that is action 1. So what will do for action 2? Because you can't
Action
really get.
2, but I could walk again if I
You
like.
could walk again.
I think I will do that.
Okay.
I'm just going to scoot him up
Get
into
pretty
melee
close.
range.
All right. Well, that makes it pretty simple for me. I'm going to go with the Blood Wretch, and he's just going to basically do 2 actions of attacks. Because, again, you understand what's going on. You'll notice this right here. Next to his Inhuman Claws, there's a 1 in front of it. That means it takes 1 action for him to do that. Yeah, so we'll do that. So 1 attack.
All right.
And here we go. I have a 10. So with that, if you check their first video of that, it means with a 6, the MI6 for melee.
I have a 12.
So we have tied.
5.
Right, so
1 over
16.
Right? So
Oh, you're 17, correct?
Yeah.
So we're gonna start with this first thing. I'm going to cheat fate.
What? No.
Yes.
Dirty cheater.
Dirty cheater. And this is the cool thing about Malifaux is you get to modify what's kind of happening. So once this happens, so now I'm going to an 18. But now he gets to respond with a cheat fate of his own back.
I do. I think I will, in fact, cheat fate with. Yeah. We'll do a 13. So we're also 18. We're now tied.
Yes. So we are tied. Wait, I remember a tie. No?
Yep.
Okay, so he's going to take this back. We got to just double check some things. So
Yep.
they're going to go to ties. Attack and go to ties. Again, this is the simpler version of Malifaux to that. So I will hit the orderly to do the first amount of damage, which is the Red Joker. So that is severe plus weak damage.
Ouch.
This is again, I can't state how good these cards are for this set because it does tell you exactly what that is. So it is a severe and weak damage, which means that is a 5 plus 2, which is 7. Which pretty much
It's more than the orderly has.
Yes. So we mentioned like this was my first blood. We're gonna continue to keep fighting on this one because that was a quick death. But that was cool. I mean, I want to know there's the Red Joker part of that, so it's interesting.
Yeah, wow.
The orderly goes down very quickly.
Yep.
And then he's gonna walk. Might as well walk close up to him. So you'll use my little measuring tape to move him up. He's loving life.
What's his walk? 6?
His walk is 6 indeed, yes.
All right. Let's just come right up. Ready for more.
Yes. Now my turn is done for that activation of that model.
Okay.
And it is your turn.
All right. I think I will start with a walk.
All right. And then you will attack me.
And then I will attack you. Yeah.
And beat me back for what happened.
We'll repay
All
the
right.
favor.
I have a 7 for a 13.
I have
And
a 6 for a 11.
give me cheat fate.
I think I will.
All right. I know the card that was
I
used
think you might.
before.
Yeah, we may have seen it before.
Um,
So now that brings me up to 18.
18. As you guys can see, it'll be the same situation with happened to John. I use a card, but it would be a tie. So no point of that.
And the simple version, ties go.
Yeah,
to-
tie goes the winner. So the orderly will nail in the wretch, the blood wretch. And what do you do for
Red Joker.
damage? Is it payback time?
It's not a red joker.
Oh, that's a baby slap.
That is not much at all.
Baby slap.
That is not much at all. But can we cheat damage?
Sure.
Why don't you damage?
So we can do this. Is a
Make
cool
it
thing.
a regular slap.
Yeah, in normal Malifaux and anything, if it is an even draw, you are allowed to again cheat the damage. So again, you can really make a major punch if you need it.
Right.
That went from weak to moderate, which now does what?
From 2 to 3 damage. So
So he has 3 damage on him. This blood wretch over here he's got 5, so he's okay.
he's all right.
dying. He's hurting a little bit.
Yeah.
All right.
Luckily, I know there's not going to be another red Joker coming at me.
That's totally true.
Hopefully, I can survive this.
That is totally true. But he's already done because he's already activated. So we're going to do this guy. And he is just going to do, I think he can really only do what the other guy did. He's just going to walk. And get up there and just double team because you really can't.
Why not?
Yeah, so this fight's not over yet.
No. Plenty of action left.
So first six.
First six.
And then get
Varys,
close.
and oh look, plenty of room to come say
hello
hi.
there. Hello, man. All right. So this is the interesting thing now. We will now look at our cards and we will discard cards we don't like. I'm gonna discard these cards here.
Now, did the discard happen before the reshuffle or after?
Yeah, before the
Before, right.
I mean, you reshuffle all the old cards here, so these will all get shuffled up, and then we'll discard. That way, these cards don't get
end up
placed,
in this.
and you get them back. Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna pause it up. I want to go through something just to give you an idea. This is in my hand, which weird tutorial
might be.
is the Black Joker. I'm not gonna discard this because there's a Okay, coming back to this, I have the Black Joker. It's in my hand. I'm gonna keep it in my hand because if I put it in the deck, if this won't go on the next turn, round 2 here, but in the third round, this could basically pop up, and you can see it is all sorts of nasty. That's a 0 value. You don't do anything for damage, anything like that. It is ugly, 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 ugly. So to protect myself, I might be one kind of short a card in my hand, but I'm never going to have the worst luck. And that's the way you want to look at that. So I'm going to reshuffle that, and we'll get into new draw hands. All right, John.
All right.
So we are
Round 2.
one model down.
Yep.
We hit that part of it, and the 2 wretches are on this. So we're in round 2, so we're going to go for our initiatives. Let's check them out. We've got our hands all set. Oh, okay. Talk about good timing.
All right.
So I take it my Mr. Wounded Blood Wretch is going to take a beating now.
I think, actually, I'm going to go second.
Oh, really now?
Really? Yeah, I'm going to let you go first.
All right. Well, I'm going to make Mr. Wounded Blood Wretch
Yeah?
go first.
I thought you might.
So he's going to attack you with a 16.
Countered with a 7. Or with a 6.
Yeah.
6. That's no good.
So I take it you're going to cheat that?
I'll let the hit go.
Really
Take my
now?
chances.
Really now?
Yeah.
I'm curious to your technique here. What is happening here? So the damage is going to be moderate.
Not too bad. So
So
that's
that will be
3.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 damage.
Right. Alright, now, obviously I'll choose my orderly. He's going to hit Mr. Wounded.
Well, he's got one more action.
Oh, that's true.
That's
true.
another attack. So you're going to get this one. Ooh, 17.
That's not as good. With a 12. We shall counter. We'll cheat this one. An 18.
Ooh. So you see that? 18. Well, guess what? I have a 12 in my hand to tie it.
Oh, come on.
And attackers go there. So now, what is the damage? Could this have backfired? Another 3.
Another 3. Ah, it did backfire. Dang it.
Nice try. Nice
I was
try.
hoping to get the heel off.
Ah, that would have worked. That would have worked. All right,
Well-
so, but that was a little bit of what's going on. You can definitely see how the activation points were necessary for a lot of little things kind of going with that. And we got to see the devastating Red Joker in action. That was
harsh.
That was right off the bat. That's sometimes the luck that can happen in decks. But we did a lot of cheating of the cards too. So I hope you guys understand that. That's a really awesome mechanic to that. And the more models that are involved, also get a little bit more of this. Oops, we're a little bit more far away. Yes. So as we get more models, that choice of who goes first and difference becomes a bigger play with that. So if you get that initiative and you get to change all that stuff like that, it makes a huge play in what's kind of going on. But again, now you saw a lot of the activation. There was a couple things that could have been working a little bit more. Unfortunately, we devastated the first orderly, so the other one couldn't heal him and that part. But that's part of gaming. That's part of things that you kind of learn, and you got to go with it. But it's definitely a lot of showing of some things that happen there. So we're going to go on to encounter 3, and that will bring another model in. So now we're definitely going to have 3 models in, and this is going to be a different model. I think Grimwell is coming for you. Is it the big characters? I'm not really sure. I
think we'll get the henchman next, right?
Yeah. Okay. So like that. So we'll get into that. But again, if you're interested, me and John here are here to. If you want to play any Malifaux games, you can definitely check us down. You can find us on spectrestudios.us. That has a forum link to it. There's a Malifaux part to that. You can go there and talk to us anytime about this, along with a lot of other different games as well.
Absolutely.
And you can definitely subscribe to us, because all 5 of these part videos will be up, and you can learn that and find all of them, plus some other Malifaux videos that we did and others we're going to do in the future. Because you are playing some Gremlins. And we have a mix of factions kind of going around here and there, so we'll have a lot of different things going on. We have some cool terrain for that as well, besides playing on a little board table. So it may not look fancy right now, but again, this is just tutorial rules and stuff like that, so I hope you guys really pick up that and understand that. And again, we're off to count of 3, right?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about what's kind of going on? I said,
payback?
Yeah, payback. So, all right, yeah, he's coming after me now, so that's what Malifaux is all about. Right. It's like reckoning. It's a reckoning. Storms are reckoning. Now that my minions have done all the bad things, now the boss is coming to make sure things happen. So, okay, stay tuned to that.
Spectre Studios. Play for the spirit of the game.